Most students, when they see a bold, confident, vibrant painting, say, "Oh, I want bold brushwork and vibrant color like that." Why? Because they can see it right there, obvious, enticing. That seems to be what the painting is made of, because it's the most visible aspect of what they're looking at. That's what everybody wants to focus on first. What is not so obvious is the underlying structure or composition of that painting. It's not necessarily visible, but it's like the foundation of a house. It holds the whole painting together. But let's look at both bold brushwork and vibrant color and look at the single most important skill you need to master them, because I think you'll be surprised by both of them. This is Ian Roberts and Mastering Composition. Perhaps you've seen a plein air demonstration and the painter starts something like this, big and loose and easy. But loose brushwork needs the contrast of precise brushwork for the loose brushwork to register. Without that contrast, the loose brushwork on its own isn't really very engaging. What's most evident about loose brushwork when you look at it? The painter puts the mark down and leaves it. They paint it and leave it. So we have a record of these beautiful brush marks laid in and left, fresh, clean, and masterful. The number one skill to learn to do that has nothing to do with how you hold the brush, what you do with your wrist, or even really how you apply the paint. In fact, the number one skill happens before you even touch the canvas. So let's look at this detail from a painting by John Singer Sargent, a perennial favorite for his loose brushwork. And let's look at this mark right here. What do you think the most important element of that mark is? It's the color he mixed before he painted it, before he laid it in. So when he put it down, he could leave it untouched. That's the most important point about loose brushwork. You have to have the right color on your brush as you make the mark. Otherwise, you have to go back and correct it, and then you eliminate the mark. The mark's wasted, and each time you stroke that mark, the less fresh and vibrant it looks. You want to be able to put the mark down and leave it, and it is that leaving it that creates the fresh, alive quality that we think of as loose brushwork. And then with color, the number one skill for vibrant color is understanding, in fact, muted color, understanding color intensity. A master of color doesn't just lather in vibrant color everywhere. If you do, you overwhelm the painting and the viewer, like having cake with your cookies and then adding fudge. The pigments on your palette are not the colors you put down on the canvas. Paint comes out of your tube high intensity like this. But when we paint, we mix the color down to something more like this because most of the colors in nature are pretty muted. Someone who understands how to use color creates muted, rich, nuanced, but subdued color. And then they can crank it or enhance it just where they want you to look to pull and attract your eye. Understanding how to do that rests on understanding color intensity, also called chroma or saturation. Color stands on three pillars: hue, red, blue, yellow, like that; value, how light and dark it is; and intensity. Yet for a pivotal pillar of color, most students remain pretty unaware of intensity's importance and how it is dramatically affecting their paintings and how to control it. But before you can focus on loose brushwork and vibrant color to get them to really work for you, what you need to understand is how to embed them in a strong composition consistently. Otherwise, focusing first on brushwork and color really just creates a distraction after bright, shiny objects. You need that sound structure to carry the brushwork and the color. Without that structure, you tend to think in parts, just adding bits and pieces, and find you are reworking and overworking painting after painting. As I've said before, it's like building a house without first putting in a foundation. What is going to hold that whole thing together? The foundation is what carries your painting. The composition is what carries your painting. Build on that foundation And then when you put down both the brushwork and the color, you can leave them, not fuss with them, keep them fresh, and start to bring your paintings more to life because you build off that foundation. Do that, and your success rate will soar, your consistency will soar, and your confidence will soar. That's why once you've taken my Mastering Composition course, I offer a 6-week course in loose brushwork and value, and then after that a 6-week course on mastering color. Here are 2 examples of student paintings before they took my course and then after finishing all 3. And you can see how dramatically the paintings have changed. Of course, everyone says, oh, but I want to take the color course. But really, it's a waste of time if you haven't learned to build a strong foundation under your paintings consistently, painting after painting. I can tell you all about those courses later once you've got a good grounding in both drawing and composition in the Mastering Composition course. For more information on the course Mastering Composition or to sign up, please click on the link below or go to my website, ianroberts.com. I only offer this course once a year. Registration is now open and closes in 3 days, Tuesday, April 14th. There will be a short 2-minute video in 2 days on Monday, April 13th, showing the range, vision, and skill of some of the recent graduates of the Mastering Composition courses to see what they've continued to create after their course with their artistic practice. I do hope you can join me for the course. I'll see you in 2 days. My very best wishes. All the best. And bye for now.